G'day marshmallows and welcome back to the Cocoa Couch. My name's Oscar and today we're going to be watching episode 6 of the miniseries Chernobyl. So far this has been a pretty heavy series. It's been quite a struggle to get through it emotionally. I'm glad that actually after filming this I'm going to be doing How to Train Your Dragon 2. That should be a much more emotionally lifting film. I only have to do one episode today, so it's not going to be too difficult, so I hope you guys enjoy it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We'll see how this goes. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. They're just reminding us how nice and peaceful it was before everything that happened. Oh. I remember giving my little brother shoulder rides like that. Man, they're really highlighting how happy everything was before the events of Chernobyl. Oh, and there's her. Oh no, really? They're gonna show us this? Ah, she wants a baby so badly too. And he wants to be a dad. Why are they gonna do that to us? The only unhappy looking character so far. Only 12 hours before it? So this is the day before the evening. Far out.
This little problem we have with the safety test, if it's completed successfully, yes, I think promotion's very likely. Naturally, they'll put me in charge once it's gone, and then I'll need someone to take my own job.
I would like to be considered.
We'll keep that in mind. Reactor 4 output's been reduced to 1600 megawatts. Are we ready to continue lowering power to...
We have to wait. 3 years to try to finish this test. 3 years. We can't lower power any further, not for another 10 hours. It's the end of the month. All the productivity quotas.
That's so typical. Hey, they can't reduce the power because they need to meet quotas and blah, 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 blah.
I'll personally supervise the test.
Yikes, man. I think that was really smart for them to only in the last episode to show us the events coming right up to the explosion, just to make us feel the gravity of every decision they made and just how many lives it costs.
At last, a Soviet scientist who tells the truth. The West is now satisfied that Chernobyl was solely the result of operator error.
Oh, so they've already gone to court and he's already lied.
Hero of the Soviet Union.
Our highest honor.
Goodness. That's what you get rewarded for, lying.
The reactors would be made safe. It's been months. No changes have been made.
It's been that long.
After that, we can deal with the reactors.
Why can't you just deal with them now? What's the issue? They could literally kill millions more people. I don't understand. It's like, is there a logical reason for the Soviet Union to do that? Oh, here we go. First signs of cancer, cellular decay. I'm assuming it's way easier for him to get sick too, hey, since his immune system is basically messed up.
The state will never willingly fix the reactors because acknowledging the problem means admitting that they lied. They will have to be forced. The Central Committee have invited members of the scientific community to observe the trial. When your testimony arrives at the moment of the explosion, that is when our jury will finally hear the truth. If I spoke out, it would be enough. But I know how the world works.
That was like a subtle, I'm a woman, no one's gonna listen to me. It's sad.
They didn't hesitate, they didn't waver, they simply did what had to be done.
So have I. Isn't that enough?
No, I'm sorry, but it is not.
No, I'm sorry, dude. I know you haven't really fully accepted the fact that you're gonna die, but, like, he's clutching on so hard to whatever life he has left. He should just be accepting his fate and trying to do as much as he can to save more people. I mean, you totally understand where he's coming from, right? I mean, the other guy was right. His political friend. When you've got a gun to your head, all you want to do is, you know, do what you can to stay alive. But, he's seen so much loss. Come on, dude.
This session of court is now open. Comrade Judge Milan Kadnikov presiding. Viktor Brukhanov, Anatoly Dyatlov, Nikolai Fomin, accused of violating Article 220, Section 2 of the Criminal Code of the Soviet Union. The state calls witnesses Comrade Khamyuk, Comrade Legasov, and Comrade Boris Yevdokimovich Sherbina.
What an intimidating environment to be in, to have to speak up against everyone and tell the truth. You just feel like anyone could just whip out a rifle and shoot you. Oh, they're bringing in like a model to try to help demonstrate what happened.
It began with, of all things, a safety test. Reactor number 4 was not new when the accident occurred. Plant director Victor Brukhanov signed this document, certifying the completion of the construction of the reactor. But the work was not finished.
He's so good at like public talking. I mean, I know he's a politician, but like he's very good at it. He's creating a really good atmosphere.
But what if a power plant has no power? The pumps cannot move water through the core, and without water, the core overheats, the fuel melts down, a nuclear disaster.
Dang.
The backup generators took approximately 1 minute to reach the speed required. So what if the dying turbine could keep the pumps working long enough to bridge the 60-second gap?
Oh no, he's not okay.
The reactor is placed in a reduced power mode, 700 megawatts. But a test is only as good as the men carrying it out.
Dang. They're really just putting all the blame on these two guys.
The third time they tried, they failed. The fourth time they tried was April 26, 1986.
I mean, props to him for, memorizing all the details and, all that sort of thing. He seemed like he was a scientist. Like, I know that's his job, but, I mean, he's literally dying slowly as well, we have to remember.
To understand what happened that night, we have to go back 10 hours earlier. Power grid officials in Kiev say that they cannot afford a further reduction in electricity until after midnight. This is the first critical moment. These 3 men allowed it to proceed.
Sure did.
It created 2 problems. One of them is scientific in nature. The other is very human. This is the one we will consider first. At midnight,
All right.
there is a shift change.
Oh, I love that transition from her telling the story to us actually seeing it. That's awesome.
Akimov says to come to the control room as soon as you can.
He's already here.
He came in early. Something about a test.
Turbine rundown. They tried it last year. They couldn't do it on the day shift, so they've given it to us.
We don't know what it is. I have to do something I've never done before with Dyatlov looking over my shoulder.
Oh, don't worry. We'll do it together.
Well, they obviously had every reason to be worried, hey.
Yes, in the program there's instructions of what to do, and then there's a lot of things crossed out. Are you sure? He says to follow the crossed out instructions.
And why are they crossed out?
It's so obvious, isn't it? But yet they still go ahead with it.
We've been cleared to run the test. 1600, good. Is it too much to ask that you all know what you're doing?
Absolutely.
You can literally see the disaster just festering.
I haven't reviewed. We only just found out we're there. Review it. Or you can just do what I tell you. I think even you, stupid as you are, can manage that.
Mate, what a tool. Are you serious? That's what happens when power goes to your head, hey.
Reduce power to 700.
I've never done this with the power so low before. It's okay, I'm with you.
I want you to imagine that he has been told nothing of his mission into space until the moment that he is on the launch pad. This is exactly what was happening in the control room of Reactor 4. The operator responsible for controlling and stabilizing the reactor that night was all of 25 years old.
And she can't get out of her head the physical torment he went through too. You can feel it in her voice. Alright, buddy. It's your time to shine. Or to not shine. To, potentially get himself killed. Oh, the camera work. The tilting. Oh, that was awesome. What? It made him seem so delirious and sick.
The reactivity which generates power either goes up or it goes down. All the operators do is maintain balance. Fuel increases reactivity. Control rods and water reduce it. Steam increases it. The rise in temperature reduces it. It is beautiful.
You could see the genuine appreciation as a scientist he had for the miracle of that cycle.
The xenon did not burn away, poisoning the core.
But it's not their fault. They were asked to do something they weren't trained for or prepared for.
You should have finished by now.
We're following protocol for reduction rate.
You're procrastinating. 10 other men in this plant would have done it already.
Yeah, that's exactly what you should tell guys that are under so much pressure.
Kirschenbaum, come get me when these old women are ready.
That's another mistake. He left. Oh boy.
Whoa, slow.
Ease,
I
whoa.
didn't move any rods there.
Oh no, it's going down by itself. Oh no. Start moving it up slowly. Don't. Oh gosh. Just when the supervisor left too. Some more urgency, please.
Do it, go.
Disable global control activated.
Oh my goodness.
What did you do?
We have to shut all the way down.
No, we're doing the test tonight. Raise power to 700. Raise the power.
No.
You won't work at Kursk or Ignalina or Leningrad or Novovoronezh. You won't work anywhere ever again. I'll see to it.
I would like you to record your command.
He won't even... Oh my goodness, this guy is an absolute idiot. How do you, as a person, get to that point to be like that? I don't understand it.
I wasn't in the room when they raised the power.
If you weren't in the room, then where were you?
The toilet.
That's such a terrible excuse.
You ordered them to raise the power. This is a fact.
The fact that he's still alive and all the guys that he was with died because of his command is just totally unfair.
I wasted it all for nothing. Do you remember that morning when I first called you? You told me they were putting me in charge. And they said it wasn't serious. I believed them. You know why? Because they put you in charge. I'm an inconsequential man, whatever. I hoped that one day I would matter, but I didn't.
That's so sad, man.
Everything we needed. Men, material, lunar rovers. Who else could have done these things? They heard me, but they listened to you. They mistakenly sent the one good man.
Aww. That's so nice. They've known each other for so long. That would have been such a lovely thing to hear from someone you trust. He's really appreciating life now. All life. Yeah, maybe that conversation was enough for him to tell the truth.
At 30 megawatts, xenon is still being created, but none of it is burning away. The only way to safely raise power from this state is to do it very, very slowly over the course of 24 hours. There are 211 control rods in reactor 4. Kimov and Toptonov completely withdrew 205. Control rods are the brakes on this car.
Dang, dude. Mate, you'd be so tired too.
200 megawatts. We pulled almost everything out.
That's all we have, that's all we have. Let's get ready, switch on pump 4.
No.
You're kidding.
If we had more water, there would be even
I
less...
said it's enough, I know what I'm doing. Stelyachuk.
I know what I'm doing. Are you serious? Your men are doing all the work. You're just yelling at them.
We should stop.
You have 15 minutes.
They may as well have had 15 days. The test was already ruined. The results would have been useless, but the Dyatlov didn't care. All he wanted to do was report a completed test.
Yep.
Karavozchenko, reactor section foreman, is in the refueling hall, high above the 1,000-ton steel reactor cover.
Oh, so that's where the explosion happened.
Circulation operators are in the pump room.
Oh no. Oh, this poor guy.
None of them know what is about to happen. The computer is recommending that the reactor be shut down.
Of course it's saying that. It doesn't know we're running a test.
Yeah, that face was just like, we are gonna die because of this man.
We did everything right.
It's so blatantly obvious that their leader is the incompetent one.
The pumps stop moving water through the reactor. The balance immediately swings in the opposite direction. In less than a second, reactivity increases.
Oh no.
The remaining xenon decays away. There's nothing left to stop it.
It's too late.
What did you do?
Are you serious?
The scram will instantly shut down the reaction. In Soviet reactors, that button is called AZ5. All of the control rods insert at once, and the reaction is stopped.
Here we go. Is he going to tell the truth or not?
What are you waiting for, Legasov? Tell your lies.
Custody. Court will...
I haven't finished.
Oh my... Oh, here we go.
Let him finish.
Oh boy. I wonder how many of them know about this secret.
He did these things believing there was a failsafe. Shutdown system had a fatal flaw. Akimov engages AZ5. The tips are made of graphite.
Why?
For the same reason our reactors do not have containment buildings around them. We don't use properly enriched fuel in our cores.
It's cheaper.
Oh, dang, you just admitted to the Soviet Union not being elite.
The reaction in the core, which had been rising, skyrockets. The graphite tips are fixed in position, endlessly accelerating the reaction. Chernobyl reactor 4 is now a nuclear bomb. The control rod and fuel channel caps, which each weigh 350 kilograms, are jumping up and down.
350 kilos?
We do not know how high the power went. We only know the final reading. Reactor 4, designed to operate at 3,200 megawatts, went beyond 33,000.
Oh my goodness.
123.45, explosion.
Gosh.
It combines with hydrogen and superheated graphite.
Whoa. Just like that.
No one in the room that night knew the shutdown button could act as a detonator because it was kept from them. Testimony in Vienna was a lie.
There we go. He does not give a...
There are 16 reactors in the Soviet Union with the same fatal flaw.
He's not just being honest, he's being so bold.
Because of our secrets and our lies. They're practically what define us. When the truth offends, we lie and lie until we can no longer remember it is even there, but it is. Sooner or later, that debt is paid. Lies.
Far out. What a testimony. And the silence. Let's see what happens to him, hey. We see him months later, though, doing the recordings, hey. So, you know, he obviously doesn't get shot or killed, so. You did the right thing, mate. You did it. You did the hardest part. And if you die, you know you've died a good man. And you could have saved millions of people in the future from the events that could have happened. Oh, this guy's probably so mad.
In a just world, I'd be shot for my lies, but not for this, not for the truth.
When the bullet hits your skull, what will it matter? Why?
I don't think this guy realizes how much he's changed.
The whole world saw you in Vienna. It would be embarrassing to kill you now.
That's a good point.
Your testimony today will not be accepted by the state. It will not be disseminated in the press.
Doesn't matter. The scientists heard it. That was the point.
No duties, no authority, no friends. No one will talk to you. No one will listen to you. Lesser men will receive credit for the things you have done. It would be curious if you chose this moment to lie.
I would think a man of your experience would know a lie when he hears one.
You will not communicate with anyone about Chernobyl ever again.
His words are empty. He's already spoken the truth.
Why worry about something that isn't going to happen?
Why worry about something that isn't going to happen? Oh, that's perfect. They should put that on our money.
That was perfect thing to say to him. He got the final word and it hit. And hence him doing the videotapes. Oh, that's the last time he's ever going to see them. Bye, friends. Goodbye forever. I feel sorry for him too, though, because that's probably the closest person he's ever had a friendship with and had those sort of life or death situations and experiences with.
And this last is the gift of Chernobyl. Where I once would fear the cost of truth, now I only ask, what is the cost of lies?
2 years after the explosion. Hey, they did a really good job at finding an actor that didn't just do a really good job, but also looks like him. Oh, so because of the suicide, they found the tapes and believed it. And they finally acknowledged the truth. Yes! See, buddy? You did it! You freaking did it! Oh, so her character was representing a bunch of people that wanted to speak up against the lies. Dang! 10 years, hard labor. Ah, she suffered strokes and she can never bear a child again. I felt like out of all the characters, I felt so sorry for her. Wait, what? She did have a child? Oh, thank goodness. Thank you. Oh, none of the people survived who were on the bridge? Far out. Wow. What a thing to say, that basically Chernobyl was the final straw for the collapse of the Soviet Union. Wow. They say 4,000 to 93,000, but I think it's safe to say that 4,000 is just, no, that's too small. The official death toll is 31. That's like such a huge lie, isn't it? 31 deaths from Chernobyl. What a mini-series. Alright, so we've officially come to the conclusion of the mini-series Chernobyl. I mean, that was insane. Like, far out. I mean, even just at the end there, the official death toll was so small compared to what everyone knows is obviously thousands and thousands of people. It's so sad. And, I mean, right now I feel obviously a lot better than I did the last couple episodes we did. The dogs episode was horrible. And, you know, in the first episode when people were dying from radiation, that was horrible as well. You know, thankfully I've had some time between then and now to, you know, obviously rejuvenate my emotional state. For what it's worth, I hope you enjoyed watching this reaction. I really enjoyed this mini-series. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.